walls were bright with the reflection of fluorescent light coming from the metal ceiling and shining from the many little square lamps fitted into the border where the walls met, encircling it entirely. I could not count how many of them there were, for as soon as I got in, they made me stand on the floor while the entrance door was being closed and the ladder rolled up and fastened to it. The lighting was excellent, the same as broad daylight. But even so, it was impossible to make out where the entrance door had been only a second before. For when it closed by lifting up, it became part of the wall. I could only tell where it had been because of the metal ladder attached to it. There was no time for me to notice anything else because one of the men, there were 5 of them altogether, made a gesture to me with his hand for me to go to another room, which could only be half seen from an open door at the opposite end of the room, the other side to the entrance. I cannot tell whether the second door had already been open when I first arrived, for it was only then that I looked that way. I decided to obey him, for I was still being tightly secured, and anyhow, I was now closed in there with them and had no other alternative. So at this point, he's like, well, I might as well give in because they've caught me, they've put me in here, and there's no way out. Seemingly or unseemingly, as it were, this is really interesting too. We talk about the seams disappearing. Now, this isn't only repeated by people like, Bob Lazar, when things interact in that craft as well. It was, completely seamless. But we also hear about this from details given at the Holloman landing. We hear about this from, funny enough, Joe Simonton. These aliens that showed up in this guy's backyard and gave him pancakes, as wild as that sounds. These are all details that were given in all of these occurrences that,
Before I could use my mind to move a submarine,
Located in the forward compartment. Commencing emergency blow.
before I knew I was different.
Emmanuel Jones.
Before I understood what nuclear truly meant. That struggle makes you stronger. And that inspiration is everywhere. Before I could do any of this, I had to be born for it. You can be smart, or you can be nuke smart.
All conditions normal.
You are looking to sell your house. This is the one mistake you need to avoid. Not interviewing multiple agents. A lot of people make this mistake when selling your house. And when you don't pick the right agent, your house stays on the market for longer, it isn't staged properly, and you might not get the maximum value of your home. One way to potentially avoid this is to request agent proposals. Years of experience, ratings, commissions, and other services they provide, like this. So make sure to get your agent proposals at realtor.com/sell and interview a few agents before you decide who's best for you.
That they have just some type of absolute zero tolerance machining. Impressive. We left the little room, in which I hadn't seen any furniture or machines, and went into another larger and ample one. This one was oval in shape, lit in the same manner as the preceding.